no system of federation can be successful unless both the union and the states have at their disposal adequate financial resources to enable them to discharge their respective responsibilities under the Constitution. It is indeed a hard fact that if the legislative and the administrative authority of the constitutional units are to be maintained, they must financially be autonomous. It is expected that to ensure the financial autonomy of the states, they should have adequate resources to discharge their functions and responsibilities as welfare states. Union-state relations in the fiscal field are complex and have come under severe strain in every federal setup of the world. India is no exception. The core of the dispute is resources and their distribution. States have to depend on the financial assistance from the federal governments. Such dependence not only affects the autonomy of the states but also becomes a source of constant friction between the central government and the state governments. About the role of intergovernment as fiscal relation in USA, William Anderson rightly said, "To most of practical men who deal with national, state and local problems, the financial relations between different kinds of the government have an importance that seemingly transcends all other aspects of intergovernmental relations." A sound federal system would therefore envisage that financial resources between center and the states are allocated in such a way that there exists a balanced equilibrium between the functions and the resource at the each governmental level. A viable scheme of center-state financial relationship is the sine qua non for the proper functioning of federal polity as a whole, but is a very difficult objective to achieve because of inter alia economic disparities among several states. For making the scheme of financial relations flexible and adaptable to the varying needs and reviewable periodically in the light of experience of central resources of states' needs and available data, the framers of the Constitution recommended for the appointment of Finance Commission to review the situation from time to time. The Constitution under Article 280 provides for the establishment of Finance Commission within 2 years of commencement of the Constitution. The Commission is to recommend to the President the requisite change to be made in the distribution of taxes between the Union and the states, and to define the principle on which the Union government was to make grants in aid to the states. In fact, by providing for establishment of Finance Commission for the purpose of allocating and readjusting the receipts from certain sources, the Constitution had made an original contribution in this extremely complicated aspect of federal relation. The Constitution of India incorporates a very elaborate scheme of center-state financial relations. The scheme is based on the scheme laid down in the Government of India Act 1935. Articles 268 to 293 in Part 12 of the Constitution deals with center-state financial relations. Besides these, there are other provisions dealing with the same subject.